Let me show you how success happens. First and foremost, I want you to write: success is not a product of what you do alone. Success happens as a reflection of who you are becoming. Success happens more because of who you are becoming than what you are doing. Please understand this. True success, lasting success, transgenerational success is not just a product of what you do, it's a product of who you are. Are we blessed? Okay, let me use let me have some gentlemen, not our guest here. I want about 8 of you. Don't run from the crowd, please. Just sit there. Members of this church, any 8 gentlemen, please come. Let's celebrate them as they come. Anybody, if we don't have any, you can, yes, just pick a few people. Please come. 8 of you. Stand facing me, please. 4 of you here, 4 of you here. Watch this. The Lord gave me this revelation last year and it blessed me. One more person, please. Thank you, sirs. Thank you very much. It's my prayer that you will never forget what you are acting in the name of Jesus. Now watch this. Please look up. This is success. Every one of these people, let them represent phases of life and levels. Are we together? Are we together, please? The Transforming Church, are we together? Now watch this. There is a law that God himself put on earth in his dealings with men. Please watch this. The possibilities that we command are a reflection of the realms that we are in, mentally speaking. First spiritually speaking, but mentally speaking. All of these dimensions have their blessings attached to it. Is that all right? Now watch this. Everybody watch this. Don't mind all my acting. I'm insisting that you must understand. This is why. Watch this. All of you lift what you're holding, please. Now I am here. Let's call this level 0. Please look at this. And yet I covet that blessing. Is everybody seeing it now? I covet that man's blessing. So by living a fake life, I quickly go and get it, or they dash me. The law immediately detects that there is a problem, because I did not grow to the realm that makes this happen. This thing will reject me and go back. It will bring me back to this realm because I did not grow into that success. At this realm, watch this. I don't have a car, I don't have a house, I'm in one small room. Are you getting what I'm saying now? This is the realm where you have estates. This is the realm where you command the wealth of nations. So God speaks to you. I will take you far like Abraham. Are we together now? Genesis 28. If thou shalt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord, to do and observe all that I command you this day, then I will set you on high above the nations of the earth, and this blessing will come upon you and overtake you. So you are here. You are hearing this now. What many believers do is to continue to falsely believe and dream and do all kinds of superstitious things in hope that they will reach there. The key to getting all this is not looking for them one by one. God already saved you that stress, because you don't even know some of the things you need. The key is to grow. Now watch this. As you grow, this is what I want you to do. Please dress back a little, guys. For every step I take, come towards me too. Are we ready? Watch this. So I'm studying and I'm praying in my room. Watch what is happening to me. I'm growing mentally. These are the things I want, and while that is happening, I'm still broke. When I grow to this level, watch this. Someone now says, man of God, the Lord led me to sow 10,000. Now watch this. I thought I just entered it. You will notice that you come to a realm where people never sow more than 10,000, 10,000, 5,000, but at least something is happening. I'm growing. Then I look at great people like Papa Iya Deboe. Do you know, watch this. If Papa Iya Deboe, if you see him in a restaurant now trying to get food, his realm will fight that result. Are you seeing that now? You will come to him quickly and say, Daddy, no, please go back home. Why are you doing that? Because a level of transformation and the sacrifice, that result is an insult to that realm. If Papa Adeboye stands in this church now and says, brethren, I don't have a vehicle, before he finishes, before he spells vehicle, there will be more cars outside than he needs. It's not just because he's anointed. The realm of growth necessitates, you can't be in this realm without a car, no matter how modest you are. Please sit down. Now, instead of, watch this, instead of sitting here and dreaming of cars and saying, I must get a car, I must get a media interview, is here. The media interview is in this realm. It's there. So this is what you do. While you are growing, you are studying, you are sitting under a pastor, you are growing, you are growing, you are growing, you start seeing results. Now watch this. Notice, you know you are changing because what you have starts running away from you. Your one room starts pushing you out of it into a 2-bedroom flat. It has nothing to do with being humble. It's a law. No matter how modest you are, you grow to a point where that space starts fighting you. Notice, as you grow, certain friends that you have, it's not whether you want to fight them or not, it's not whether they are good or you are good or not. The reality of your growth does not allow that kind of company again. One by one, your contact starts changing. Notice, look at me, many of you today, you cannot tell me where your first phone is. Remember, you didn't throw it. Remember, you didn't give it. So it was a living thing. When you grew beyond 3310, it left and gave room for another one to come. Listen, true prosperity is prosperity through growth. Please, let's go back. God is showing you your mental state now. Oh God, this is 2020. Will my life change? God says it depends on you. Last year they spoke over my life, but it did not change. This is what prophecy did. Prophecy pushed you, but your lack of transformation reversed you and brought you back. Instead of living a fake life, someone here is going to say, Lord, all these things are in Abuja, and it is true that the word has come from my pastor, but I will pay the price to grow. For step by step you lead me, and I will follow you all of my days. Listen, once upon in my life as a man of God, I would go to preach somewhere. You've heard me say it, and that was my level of transformation. I was anointed, but it would be an error to be at this realm with that mindset. Listen, your future is looking for you, but you've heard me say it's not looking for this version of you. So when your future comes, he says you are not there, because the version it was authorized to bless. Your prosperity keeps visiting you every day, but it does not find you, because the version of you it was authorized to bless, you have not become it. The golf is in your destiny, the jeep is in your destiny, but every time the jeep visits you, it is prohibited from resting upon you, because you have not grown to a level where a jeep becomes fair to live with you. You can fake it and save and buy, you will pay the price and lose it in three. There are people who should not have anything to do with a business class. In the name of honesty, you have not transited to that level. When you sit there, you feel guilty, you feel unfair, you know you have not grown to that level. Now please sit down. I need to say this because sometimes we act, faith is not foolishness. We are people of faith, but be honest to grow honorably. You may be here now, you can do your quiet road transport. Tomorrow you will go to the park and pay for 4 seats. You are still in the park, but you are paying for 4 seats. You are growing. Next time you will take a cab from the park. You are growing. Is that true? Next time you will now have the luxury to have a driver and a golf that will be taking you every time. One time, if you refuse to buy a car, the realm, God's justice system, will force someone to give you. There is a realm you cannot enter and remain and not be a millionaire. It has nothing to do with whether you want to be or not. If you actually grow to that realm, it is a violation of that law to be in that realm and still be scratching a recharge card to put in your phone, or still be getting 1 gallon of fuel. I'm not trying to be carnal. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine seeing Papa Iya Deboe now at a black market quickly trying to just fuel his car. Now watch that scenario. The owner of an oil company that is tied to his church will be quarreled as if he failed to fulfill a task. Why did you allow a father to be at a filling station? And he takes responsibility. There is a realm where nobody celebrates your birthday. You have to remind everybody. For instance, now look up please. Now I'm not being sarcastic. Sit down please. Sit down. I'm not being sarcastic. This is, ladies and gentlemen, look up. I'm just showing you that these are realities. There is no reason to be, listen, there is no reason to feel bad because you are growing. Are we together? There is a realm where you borrow credit. There is a realm where you calculate how much per text. There is a realm where you must be in touch with every what they call it, every communication package to see the cheapest. There is a realm where you enter a place and ask how much, because you don't want to disgrace yourself, and it's an honorable realm. It's better to be wise than to embarrass yourself and your loved ones. But there is a realm where you don't think cost, you think value. And there is a realm where you don't think value, you think experience. They are all realms. Are we together? You cannot be flying a business class and say, please send me credit. You are not honest. You are not there. It's very clear that you are not there. Now watch this. All of us are seated here. This is 2020, and your growth will determine your blessing. Lord, everybody in my family came with a mindset that authorized darkness to destroy us, but here at the Transforming Church, I'm under a pastor who is mentoring me well. It's time to be intentional about my growth. You are learning leadership, you are learning spirituality, you are learning finance, you are learning character, you are growing. Are we together? When you get to a realm, all the people in that realm have been cultured in a certain way, so they know those who are not supposed to be there. Everybody in that realm should be well behaved, even if you are not godly. The ethics of that realm necessitates that you are cultured. You cannot be a hooligan and find yourself in that realm. So when you are in that realm and you are misbehaving, sooner or later the body language of that realm will drive you out, because you have not gotten there honorably. You can escort a friend to that realm, and with digital precision they will fish you and say, sorry, let's show you a way out, because something about your mental disposition betrays you. There are people who are men of God, but you have not sustained the intelligence, the discipline, the diplomacy, the leadership, and the spirituality to be given a mic to speak over a church. You will start with a teenage group. Don't fight. Stay there. Make your mistakes. Embarrass yourself. Forget the verses. Misquote scripture. Make theological mistakes and grow. When you grow, you can have a little youth church. They can say, okay, lead prayers. lead praise and worship. Don't stand and say you are insulting me, you don't know when I started ministry. It is not the passage of time, chronos, it is the transition that is in your mind. When it has to do with mental transformation, overtaking is allowed. Are we together? Watch this. You can be due for promotion, but the manager knows what he's looking for. He's not just looking for certificates, he's looking for a requisite level of mental traits that befits that office. And it is true that you have stayed that long in terms of the time requirement, but the truth is that as honest as you are, you have not been able to sustain the kind of mental transformation that represents that company well. It is not always tribalism. Every great leader here, every CEO here will agree with what I'm saying. It's true. You can destroy a company and they will lose hundreds of millions because of one act that is a reflection of an inferior understanding. Someone can lobby a relationship that is millions of dollars worth, and you just come carelessly and destroy it in the name of speaking your mind. Are you seeing that now? You don't like what I'm saying? We'll soon wrap up and go away. I'm a Christian, but when I'm angry, I give it to people the way it is. You will remain poor if you talk like that, because the Bible said be wise as serpents. Did you know that one of the advantage of a serpent is his silence? A serpent is not noisy, it does not roar. You know a lion is coming, but you may not know a serpent is there. And it says be as wise as that. Not everything observed is worth speaking about.